So my Waterworks moment, there are many. I am actually surprised at how emotional this revisit has made me. I hope I don't cry right now. So you know how they would always show to indicate how quickly time was going in night into day.
Yes.
So they would show the New York sky from night into day. It reminded me of how we used to finish shooting on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. So we would shoot Friday night. And we would finish when the sun was coming up. And I used to call my parents. I know. I'm like, oh. And I forgot because, my father's no longer with us. And I remember I'd call them at 6 a.m. because they were on the East Coast time. And they said, why are you awake? I said, I haven't gone to sleep yet. And they would always be like, oh, wow, showbiz. Wow. And I remember just like, I'm driving home at 6 a.m. from this amazing job. And I would call them and it would actually be the way I stayed awake. I mean, it was a 2-minute drive home, but it was I just kind of wanted to have, it was so strange to be up all night like that. And I think part of that hit me like how much time has gone by. Because even though I sit next to you and that feels like it was yesterday, I'm like, my dad was alive. Like our lives were different. We were children in a lot of ways. Yeah. And so when I see that night into day, I'm just so, you remember how many times we would shoot right in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, good night. And then we'd always debate, are we supposed to go to sleep now or stay up? Yeah. Like that was another part of this.
Saturday.
Right, which is normal in showbiz, but was so abnormal to me who'd never stepped. Shockingly, I am not a night owl. Like I like to go to bed nice and early. So it was this like, I stayed up all night being Amanda in tiny shorts, doing all this crazy silliness. Like, what is a delirious?
Eating pizza at 3
They're
in
like,
the morning.
it's lunchtime and it was 2 a.m. And we're like, Michael, free Thai food or whatever. It was like, and I remember like we were so young and it was so crazy. So anyway, the night into day reminded me of calling my parents on my way home saying, can you just talk to me because I don't want to fall asleep on my way home. Yeah.
I remember on this episode, we were shooting a night shoot. It was the scene where we got to White Castle and we were there and it was like I could tell like they needed to wrap us by a certain time.
Right.
Or they were going to have to pay everybody overtime or something like that. And I remember that we were very haphazardly throwing this scene together. And when we got out of the car, we were supposed to look up at the White Castle, which wasn't there. It was just an empty lot. They put it in later.
Depressing.
And we got out and we looked and I remember they were like, let's go. And people were like losing their tempers. And I remember asking, where are we looking? And one of the producers was like, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
And and I was like, oh.
Doesn't it?
It's tense.
Yeah.
You
were good in those moments.
I'm not going to ask questions like that again.
Right, like where am I supposed to look?
Yeah, I just learned a lesson.